Hey everyone, and welcome back to Joy at Work. It's January 13th, 2023. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Go Gunners. We're going to win this weekend. We're going to win at the North London Derby. We're going to beat that team. I won't say their name, and I'll be back to gloat about it. All right, let's jump into the topic for the moment. And it's very straightforward. There are no perfect workplaces. Accept it, come to terms with it, and you really have an opportunity of experiencing joy. When we accept that there are no perfect workplaces, we see ourselves as people who can contribute to making our workplaces better. There are no perfect workplaces. It just doesn't matter where it is that you work. As long as there are people like you and me there, it's going to be imperfect. We're going to do things that upset people. We're going to make decisions that are not always the most intelligent, if I might say. We're going to be human. We're going to do as humans do. And that's what's special about it. In fact, it's our ability to overcome our imperfections together that's, to me, the real cool thing about organizations. Our differences, our disagreements, in many cases, don't cause us to completely fail. In fact, we find ways to overcome these things and succeed. So it's important to accept that every org has its challenges, has its things that are not great about it. That's just a fact. But I don't want to leave you thinking, though, that because there are no perfect organizations, you need to accept working in a toxic environment. That you should not do. I don't want you to like develop Stockholm syndrome where you come up with coping mechanisms for a toxic environment because we believe and we know that there are no perfect work environments. No, there's some places that are toxic, and those places are literally killing you. And what are signs of toxic work environments? Well, if you work in a place where it's all about competition and people are just scrambling for resources and only care about themselves and what looks good for their area and things like that, and it's competition every day, you're probably in a toxic work environment. If your career cannot progress without kissing up and having relationships with who's who, like if the work you do really doesn't matter, it's just about who you know, you're probably in a toxic work environment. If people work all hours of the day, no stop, even on vacation, you're expected to check your email and all of that, you're probably in a toxic work environment. Okay, in every environment, there's some gossiping, there's some talking. That's part of the human condition. But if you're in a place where that's, just characterizes what goes on, like people just spend time talking about people and kind of plotting how they're going to pull that person down or get ahead, you're probably in a toxic work environment. And I can go on and on with a few other things that are signs or indicators of a toxic work environment. But I'll tell you this, quite often our body will begin to tell us that we're in a toxic work environment. I once worked at a place and I had a BlackBerry, and I think I've told this story in my book, or maybe in other places. And whenever my BlackBerry went off, I'd have heart palpitations because I just didn't know what was going to be coming across in the message. People were very toxic in their emails, so use all kinds of words, were very attack oriented, very little consensus building. And we were getting things done. So this is the irony of the whole thing. Like things were moving along, but we were still a toxic work environment. So while there are no perfect work environments, there are toxic work environments. You want to check and make sure that you're not in one, because if you are in one, it's going to be very difficult to experience joy at work. Except, of course, you're the one uh, perpetuating all the toxicity. Then maybe you'll experience it. But that's not what we're after here. So if you want to experience joy at work, you need to get out of there. Accept that there are no perfect working places, but do not settle for toxic workplaces. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to share with people who will benefit from this. Wishing you success in 2023. Go Gunners. See you next time. Bye.